get so high sometimes. I know the valley seems so wide. It seems this journey, it will never end. And you keep asking the question, God, why? I know the road, it gets so rocky at times. I know the heartaches are severe. It seems like life will never change its tide. But there's an answer to all of life. Here's stay with God. In spite of what you see or feel. Stay with God. In spite of how things may appear. Stay with God. It doesn't matter what may come our way. There is only one place we are safe. Stay with God. I know the way you feel says give up now. I know you feel you can't hold on. You're not the only one who is carrying your load. Remember, he said to cast all your cares on him. I know you cry and tell everyone you meet because you feel that word is a pain. But if you just believe your life is in God's hand, then today I tell you
good evening, good evening, good evening, or good morning, or even good afternoon, depending on where you are in this world. I'm hoping I'm reaching the world. I am here with you again another Wednesday. Just to announce to you guys that this today is gonna be a little bit different. I will be by myself today. The charmer is off. I think everybody is entitled for a day off. So the charmer is off today. So it will just be me that you're seeing, okay?
I know the mountains get so high sometimes. I know the valley seems so wide.
Hello, Debbie.
It seems this journey, it will never end. And you keep asking the question, God, why? I know the road, it gets so rocky at times.
Wow. The road get rocky at times. I am gonna pause it right there because the road get rocky at times. I don't know how to get my phone off without people reaching out. But anyways, the number to call if you want to talk to me is 847-773-7930. So as I said before, this evening is gonna be a little different because the charmer is not with us this evening. Hoping that it's temporary. She had some things dealing with, and that's how it's gonna be. But and we had a guest planned, which was her brother. Hi, Miss V. How you doing? Nice to see you. To talk a little bit about finance, but you know, there's major changes for this evening, so we will not be having that. And just to let you guys know, this Sunday coming, we will be having Pastor Tees is gonna talk to us this coming Sunday. We will be reporting from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. But I already confirmed that with him that he would be with us this Sunday. We will be on as normal time. We will be chatting with Pastor Tony Morris. If you're from Hearties, then you would know who that is. He will be with us, giving us his life story, because that's what we require around here. But anyways, I'm here. Good evening, Miss V. Good evening, Debbie, and whoever else is on YouTube watching us. Good evening to you all. This evening, I just want to change things a bit. Because the charmer is not here, so I have to improvise and create something that I know could be on the tip of everybody's tongue just to get it going. We'll be here for the next 24 minutes. But I just want to put a situation out there to you guys, because I have a particular belief that I share with you guys before on previous shows. And some people might take offense to it, depending on what lens you're looking through. But I strongly believe that I will never, ever forgive or go back to bed with somebody that cheats on me. If a person cheats on me, I am done. Big up my boss inside the place, Mr. Dan Perry. Yeah, man. Revit was great this past Monday, and we argue and we argue and we argue. I was arguing until I was tired. Well, there was some great topic over there, but let me put this out there, Mr. Perry, so that you could hear me. You could call it if you want to. You don't have to. But I was saying that I will never ever. I don't think I will. Put it this way: I don't think I will ever forgive somebody for cheating on me. Because of previous experience, I must put out there. I had experiences like those before, and there's a load that come with it. There's an embarrassment. There's many things that comes with it, and the thing that gives you satisfaction is, for me, is when I walk away from it. You know, I am not gonna imply to anyone that I am the most faithful person, because things do happen. And if for example, for any reason, put it this way, I should fall or falter in that form, like cheat or whatever, I think it's up to the person who's been cheated on to make their decision whether or not they can live with it or not. But for me, I won't live with it. But if I should, for any reason, I'm not perfect. If I should, for any reason, do it, I'm gonna be begging. I'm gonna be asking. I'm gonna ask for a chance. But it's up to the person to give me a chance. If they choose to, I am still gonna put my disclaimer out there. That's what I believe, and I'm gonna stand by that. I'm still a man of integrity, and regardless of how unfair it might sound, because when you allow a person to do it back to you and you take them back, and it becomes a cheating fest, and it becomes okay in the relationship. And that's one of the reasons why I will not stand for anything of that sort. I know my argument in the past had offended some people, but I will always hold my grounds where that is concerned. That is just my belief. And some would argue saying that it's unfair, but I personally don't think it's unfair. It's my standard. It's my belief. It's me have to deal with it, and that's why I take the stand. And like I said, I'm coming from experience. I had experience of that sort before, and I know how rough it is. I try not to, but I'm not going to tell you that I will not. I will try my best not to, but you have circumstances sometimes that cause people to mess up in that form, and I'm hoping that I never mess up in that form. If I have a loved one, I want to stay committed to my loved one, because that's the way to go. I am very much concerned when it comes on to the ladies. I have 9 sisters, so I try not to, and I'll say that I try not to, and I hope I will not. Whenever time I'm in a committed or marriage, I will. If I'm married, I know I will not. If I'm married, I know I will not. And if I'm in a committed relationship, the same thing stand. But I am not gonna be messing around. If I'm in a committed relationship, I'm not gonna be messing around. And if for any reason that I messed up, I will ask for my forgiveness, but it's up to the person that I messed up with to deal with it. Oh wow! I was just gonna announce my number for a caller to call in. Carla, you live? Oh, hold on. Let me see. I am hearing myself in the background. Carla, you there?
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? I am hearing myself in the background. Could you turn your
Yes,
background
I
noise
am.
off, please?
Hi. Good.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Uh huh.
Is that better?
Yes, I'm here. I'm hearing you, man.
Okay. Yes, I was listening to what you were saying.
Uh huh.
Um, the hurt that comes when you found out that you're being cheated on, I can understand why you wouldn't want to be with that person anymore.
Right.
But you're saying that if you should do it, you would beg forgiveness. Well, it's gonna be on that person whether they want to deal. You don't want to deal with it. It's gonna be up to that person if they want to deal with it.
So, do you think then that make me a bad person and my position?
No, I do not. Of
Okay,
course.
because that's a challenge. I had said it before on previous shows, and I've been nailed for it because one would think that it's unfair. But what I am saying, I don't think it's my personal position. I don't think I am unfair if I take that position. It's just who I am. It's up to that person standard, believe, moral belief, or whatever belief, to act on their behalf, do what they want to do. My position has nothing to do with anybody because it is like this. If I, like I said before, if I go out there and cheat, and then my spouse becomes okay, or I said, oh, she get even, it becomes a cheating fest and it becomes okay. I am not gonna accept it. It's up to you if you want to accept it, and that's just my position. I get a few little backlash, or people call me and be mad at me about my position, and I think that is
Well,
actually unfair.
I think if you make it clear in the relationship that and the other person knows that that is your position, and they decide to go out there and cheat, that means they didn't want to be with you in the first place because you already told them that if they cheat, there's no coming back.
There is indeed
Um,
no coming back. That's just my position. But I have been shoot down and criticized for my belief, and that's what I'm talking about tonight. You know, so I appreciate you sharing my concern. Is there
yeah,
anything else on your chest that you would want to talk about? But I prefer though to stay in that realm. Um, as it relates to the whole cheating. Elizabeth said, good night, Elizabeth. Oh, Carol Thomas, it's good to be in your presence again. I haven't seen you for a while. Ca- Chama is not with us tonight, but hopefully you will see her over the weekend. We're gonna be talking to Tony Morris from Hearties. Tony Morris from that church on top of the hill there in Hearties. Pastor Tony Morris will be talking to this coming Sunday, and he's gonna share a story with us, which I I am so excited and looking forward to. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, Carla. So how everything else in life? You have anything that you want to share with us?
Well, with the same topic you're on, as a woman, I don't want to I don't want to know that I'm being cheated on, and it would be hard for me once I find out, to go back to that person,
Well,
But there may be circumstances that women, not there may be, I know there are circumstances that women will forgive or will go back, but then where's the trust? The trust is broken. So
right.
sometimes, that relationship may continue, but it's not like it used to be.
Yeah, it becomes a rocky road. I remember in the past, like I said, I have experiences like those, and it was hard for me to live with. It was hard for me to live with. I can't live with anything of that sort. If a person cheats on me, I am done because it puts a strain. It puts a strain on the relationship moving forward. I don't know who can do it, but I'm saying to you that I cannot, and that is where I am getting some backlash from persons who would have called me and be mad at me about my position. But I don't think it's an unfair position depending on the angle that you're looking at it from. But I must say thank you very much for your call. I am
You're welcome.
I'm just here for a few minutes. And the truth is you could call 847-774-7930 at any time if you want to have a discussion with me as it relates to any topic at hand. Take care. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Carla, you're live. Blessings. How you doing?
I'm there, man.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
talking about cheating?
Yeah, I'm talking about cheating. I see a friend of mine calling me from Jamaica. I don't know if the call is gonna go through, I will call back that person. Oh, hold on a second, Carla. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Sachin.
I'm sorry, sorry.
Oh, I'm all right, man.
Apologize not for not responding to your call. Because I'm not telling you to cook and song vibes.
Right. But let me get back to you on it. I'm on a live right now. Can I call you back?
All right, Papa. All right. No problem.
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Carla, what you have anything to add to it?
Yeah, man. Blessed, man. So
Blessed. Where you calling from?
Illinois, man. We're in Illinois.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Yes, man. So before me even start, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about cheating, when you forgive somebody that cheat on you?
I am saying to you, and that's my position. I am saying to you, I will not. Oh, hold on. Forgiveness is for you, not for the other. That's there ain't saying that. But anyways, what I am saying is that I am not a person because of previous experience that I had. If a person cheats on me, I am done. If kids involved, car involved, house involved, land involved, I am done. And that's just my position. I am done. I'm not going to really stick around to walk with that embarrassment. Remember, when that, let me tell you from my experience, before I even hear your point. My experience, it's like a load. Every time I look at the woman, I can remember the fun and the things that we had done, knowing that we had done certain things that's supposed to be between us. She would have shared that with somebody else, and it's just hard for me to deal with. So I am saying to you that I will never, in no circumstance, forgive a person for cheating on me. If the person wants to forgive me, if for some reason another I falter in that form, and a person wants to forgive me, it's up to the person. It's up to the person. But I'm just saying to you that I will never forgive a person for it. And that is my position. What you have to add to that?
All right. To me, it's not that clear cut. It's definitely not that clear cut for me. For me to stay here and say, all right, if somebody cheats on me, I would never forgive them. No. It all depends on the situation. Scenario. If we are we're together, no kids involved. I don't care about the asset, no kids involved, right? Because it's
Right.
all about the kids for me. No kids involved. You cheat, it's a goodbye. It's done. It's over. I'm the type of person, I just think if kids are involved, right, we have to think more about the children over my personal happiness or our personal happiness. You know what I mean? Like, I just think we can work through most things when kids are involved, and we should work through most things if kids are involved. Because if my significant other cheats on me, and it also depends also and how it was done too. You know what I mean? If it was in a public setting and a lot of people know about it, we're a man, so we either get the best of it. But I just feel like if kids are involved, we should be more open to forgiveness. That's what I think, though.
Well, I am saying to you, I respect your opinion, but the miserable life that follows that in most cases when it happens, when you are miserable, when the family life is miserable, it will affect the child, affect the kids.
You're right, but I'm not just saying just forgive and tolerate. I'm saying forgive and truly forgive. You know what I mean? Like, don't just forgive to tolerate the other person. No, that not gonna work.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Just be open to true forgiveness. You understand? And if the person is remorseful of what they did, you know what I mean? Because things happen. You don't believe that things happen. Like,
I and that's why I said things happen. So I am not gonna say I am abstaining from doing that. What I am saying to you, it is hard for me to live with. It's something that I've faced before, and it's very difficult for me to deal with it. So because I just want to make Primetime Dennis happy and comfortable, I am gonna walk away, cut my losses, and move on, because I cannot live with the embarrassment that follows. Let me tell you something. When I was in Jamaica, I have seen where I have friends or associate who would have cheated with another man's wife because of the circle that I was in. And I can remember man, sit aside watching the man pass and how they laugh and criticize him, especially if the man is walking with a woman. I don't know how to go in a public space holding hands and acting like nothing happened after such event. That is just me. It's very difficult for me to deal with. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from how you feel, but I am saying to you, it is very difficult for me to live with.
So we're speaking about Dennis. Let's say obviously this is not general. So let's say you were to give advice to your sons, right? Or your daughter. What would be advice?
Well, it just depends on their tolerant level, and their standard, and the standard that I instill in my kids is gonna make them walk away from it because of the consequences that follow it, and that's why I'm holding on to my position. People look at it and think it's just a just now situation. There is a life that you have to live after that. You're gonna have to face it worse if it is done in a local setting, meaning that in the area that you're from, maybe I could consider it if it is something out of town, something real far away or something like that. But
something isolated.
Yes.
Something isolated.
Isolated, I might, measure some things. And the truth is, I could look at it and said, I have done some things myself too. In that case, I may forgive it. But the embarrassment that comes with it, that's what I am running away from. It is very difficult for me. If my kids want to deal with it, it depends on how much they have invested in the relationship. Because sometimes people consider those things, but I can't do that. Dorian Thompson said, you can forgive the person, but you don't have to continue the relationship. And all right, you know what? I like the fact that Dorian bring that up. Let me tell you something. I do forgive the person because I could move on with a social friendship after the fact. But what the arrangement as it relates to the intimate relationship, the arrangement going to have to change. And that's my position. I don't think that's a bad place to be. But as far as walking around creating and having animosity with the person, that's a no-no for me. But I am not gonna forgive anybody. I am not gonna be with a person. I'm not gonna continue the relationship after the fact. I can raise my kids. I can deal with the financial part of things, peacefully, But I am done the fact that the relationship, you cheat on me, and I cannot live with that embarrassment. I cannot go walk in the town, especially in Jamaica where the town is small, because it happened to me in Jamaica too, and it was. let me tell you something. When that happened to you, yes, if you see two people talking, you think they're talking about.
You don't watch that, man.
If Mama and I happy, the family will not be happy.
Listen, I just don't think the first option should be separation. I just don't think the first thing is separation. Because sometimes your significant other cheating, yes, but it's because the relationship lacking something. I just think it's proper communication. Let's communicate. Let's find the problem. Let's fix it.
Why didn't it fix before we get to cheating?
That is a valid point. But listen, there's a lot of times that it takes an extreme action to bring across the appropriate action. You know what I mean? So something extreme had to happen for us to be here. You know what I mean? If I bring it up to you, I said, babe, let's talk about it, because whatever, you shrug it off because the problem lies probably with your communication. You shrug it off. Then I go out, I do what I do. The extreme action brought across.
I understand what you're saying, Chief. I understand what you're saying, but the honest truth is, it just depends on the persons involved. If I am involved, I cannot deal with it. I cannot deal with it. If it's worse, if it is done in my local circle, I cannot live with it. And that is just me. I cannot deal with it. You can deal with it. Or anybody else on this chat can deal with it.
Listen, me never say something I'm willing to deal with it. But the first option would not be to leave. And then listen, my lady, if you're depend on life, I'm not telling you to go do anything, I will forgive you. That's not what I'm saying. I said that. You understand what I say? But I think we should exercise forgiveness,
like I said, to clarify my statement, forgiveness is a must if you ask me. But as it regarded to continue the relationship, as it relates to continue the relationship, that's a no-no. The arrangement has to change. That is my position. But I'm strapped for time, my brother. Thank you for calling. You can call anytime, as long as I see the show going on. 847-774-7930 is the number to call. Thank you very much for your time.
Blessed Lord.
Yeah, man. Right. Cool. Yeah. So that is one person's opinion, and everybody is entitled to their position. If the relationship is lacking something, not worth being in it. I'm getting a call. Let me tell you, my brother. Call me on the number that listed on the top of the screen. To call me. Let me text you the number to call me on. I was supposed to close the show right about now, but there is somebody calling me, so I want to hear what this person have to say. But I mean, everybody is entitled to their opinion. I'm not taking that away from nobody. So it's just me. And like I said, I am acting from previous experience, and that's why I take my position. Forgiveness to me is a must. Jennifer Graham, that's my sister. Jen, forgiveness, forgive and forget. No, Jen, you know better than that. I will forgive. Forgiving is a must if you ask me, but forget is a no for me. Carla, you live. Forget is a no for me. Carla, you live. I can hear the show in the background. Could you turn down your background nice, Sonny?
Okay, yeah man.
Hi, the boss.
Yeah man.
Long time, my boss.
Well, when I listen to the show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a new thing for you and I to lock hands, because we've been locking hands since we started the show. So I mean, there's no problem with you and I locking arms, because we do so from a good place.
Yes, but I remember at that show I said it to you. Now you come at me. I will never forget. You end by complimenting me on my jacket.
Yes.
So I know you wasn't mad. We weren't mad at each other, but
No,
we're all
not.
entitled to our opinion, and I'm willing to allow
Exactly.
persons to
And
exercise that.
the fact that I don't agree with your opinion
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that it should end in disrespect, because opinions are just that.
Right.
It's personal.
Right.
So, sharing our opinions on whatever subject it is does not make us enemies, or should never
Should
make
never.
us
Should never.
I know all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say this. I'm listening, and one of your main reasons for not, forgiving a cheating partner is the embarrassment. Now,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
to me, embarrassment is a feeling of self-consciousness,
Okay.
shame or awkwardness.
Okay.
So it sort of comes down to the self. As humans, not all of us has that tolerance or capacity to really get to the root of what is causing the problem.
Okay.
But I think we should. But notwithstanding that, as I said before, not everybody will.
Okay.
But let's go a little further to say that forgiveness should never be expected where it was never extended. And that is my opinion on the whole subject.
Okay.
Forgiveness
So
never be expected where it is not extended.
okay.
So therefore,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, prime time.
I think you're talking on the fact that I said I will ask for forgiveness, and it's up to the person to forgive me if they want to. Is that
Exactly.
That's where you're coming from? Okay.
Yes. So what I'm saying here is, if I should at any time share your sentiment that, look, if somebody cheats on me, there's no forgiveness as it relates to getting back into a relationship with that person,
Right.
then that knowledge of myself should guard me. I should be guarded by that expectation that if I cheat on a person, right, I am not going to beg for forgiveness, because it's, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Okay.
Right?
I could respect your opinion.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I wouldn't. And let me just segue for a minute
Okay.
to a personal experience of mine, right? And I have been called many things because of this experience,
Okay.
right? Now, anybody who knows Don Perry knows that Don Perry I am not a follower. I am a leader.
Okay.
And I will do unconventional things if it suits my purpose
Right.
or what I believe in. Well, back there in Jamaica, I was married.
Mm.
And I was married for exactly 1 year and 6 months.
That was very short.
That was like extra short. 1 year and 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Now, the first, I was married the 14th of February 2009, right?
Mm.
And by December, I was having problems. My wife and I were living in Trelawney, and my wife went off because she sold insurance,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she went off to a weekend retreat that was work related.
Okay.
So I actually took her to the bus station to get the bus to go off to Kingston and all of that. And my wife went to Kingston, and the moment she touched Kingston, she fell off the grid completely.
Wow.
Right? So calls were unanswered and all of that. Now,
Mhm.
I was more worried than judgmental
Right.
because
Thinking something good wrong with her.
exactly.
Mm.
Knowing what Kingston really is about
Mm.
most times and all of that. So I was more worried than so I called her mother.
Mhm.
And the first question I asked the mother was, have you heard from Simone? And she said yes. And that was my cue. That was my cue
Right.
to say, okay, all right, she's okay. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't hear from her. She went off I sent her off the Friday morning. So I didn't hear from her until Saturday. And when she called on Saturday, it was to ask me that the retreat is being extended and she's going to stay if I have any problem with that. So I said to her, hey, if you want to stay for the whole week into next weekend, then feel free to.
Mhm.
I'll be fine. All right. Suffice it to say, she came home Sunday. She came home Sunday.
Mhm.
And I you know, at that point, it was like denial. You know, what was going on. So I didn't have any grounds on which to accuse her of anything.
Right. Right.
Because remember, I'm all the way in Trelawney. I don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happened is Monday morning on her way to work, she sent a text, obviously to the person she was with in Kingston.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But the text came to me.
Mm.
Yep.
Is there any explicit in the text?
So the text came to me, Dennis, and let me tell you something. I am happy the way my mother grew me up, because the kind of anger that was kindled inside me, it was only because of the belief that I have in not laying my hand on a woman
Right.
that
Right.
kept
Right.
me from doing that. So I told her in no uncertain terms, I said, hey, look, guess what? At this point, you and I have nothing to reason about. So when you get home, just get out.
Uh-huh.
It's as simple as that. So she came home. I made sure that when she got home, I was not there.
Right.
Because you don't know where anger can take you.
Right. Right.
I didn't want to be there when she came home and was leaving. So that was it, right?
Mhm.
So remember that is in December, you know, we're talking about, you know.
Uh-huh.
And we were married in February. So if I am saying that the marriage lasted for a year and six months.
So hold on. So okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So she came home and she left. She went to her mother. You know, and in the interim, which didn't make it right, you know, in the interim while I was, you know, there was somebody who kind of seized the opportunity. So, you know, we were talking, we engaged in conversations and all of that. You know, she was the shoulder that I leaned on.
Oh wow.
For a moment.
Okay.
You know, and this girl was like so good to me. She treated me more like a wife than my wife actually did.
So was she like a rebound for your case?
Yes. And I'm not happy about that.
No, you can't be happy about that. I think and that's the thing, that's a whole different topic though. But I honestly think that if you're cheated on or you're ending in a relationship bitterly, I think you should go take a break, clean the vessel out before you get involved, because you're gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah, that was the thing, prime time, because I told myself that this is it, because, I mean, you know, whatever. However, let me just quickly put this in a nutshell since you're strapped for time.
Okay, go ahead.
So, speaking to, you know, other people who really cared about me and I cared about them,
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying to me, you know what, it's about for better or for worse.
Right.
And, you know, you have made that step, and Christ, most of the people in the church and all that, you know, Christ forgave us, and, you know, 70 times 7 is the way to go, and all that. So I think you should try to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
All is not lost.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so I'm like, well, you know what? I mean, I am going to give it a second try.
Mm-hmm.
Much to the chagrin of this lady that was there for me, because I spoke to her about it, you know, and in no uncertain terms. And it was very hurtful to have that conversation with somebody who really cared
Right.
so much about me. So we had that conversation, and she said it was okay, but I know it wasn't.
Right.
I definitely know it wasn't, because we had developed, you know, that kind of, yeah. So long and short of it, I ended up going back to my wife.
Mm.
Right?
And
Only-
how long did it last? But even before I ask you how long did it last, how do you feel during the time, or the fact that the person was far away, it did not bother you as much?
Well, you know what? I am a very rational person, and anybody who know me knows that about me. Rationality, being reasonable, that's one of my traits.
Right.
You know, one of my traits. So I said to myself, you know what? I have cheated in relationships before, and the way I'm feeling now must have been the way other people felt when I cheated. So I put it behind me. It was not easy, and I must say that it wasn't easy. But I put it all behind me and said, look, you know what? This is my marriage, and I'm going to deal with my marriage.
Oh.
However, and by August,
Mm-hmm.
by August, I
You still
had
repeat
to.
yourself?
By August, I had to make that decision, because now she was not sleeping with somebody far away. She was sleeping with a close friend. So, I say all that to say this, Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we can't only think about what people think about us. You know,
Right.
it didn't work well for me. But the fact that it didn't work well for me doesn't mean that it will always work this way for everybody. You know? And this wasn't about me cheating on her for her to cheat. This was just about her cheating.
Right. But let me ask you this. Did she ever give you any explanation for her cheating? Like what was the excuse and both times, if you had questioned it?
Let me tell you something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is me, you know, and I am not asking anybody to be me.
Right.
If I ask you certain details and you don't want to talk about it,
Uh-huh.
you don't want me to know.
Yes.
Right? And sometimes we go looking, sometimes we go digging for things that we can't handle.
True.
Most times.
So you don't ask question where you can't manage the answer.
Well, not definitely that, but sometimes you don't want to go into uncharted territory sometimes, and that's me.
Right.
I can't ask you to be me. You understand?
Yeah.
And I want to ask myself to be you. So what I'm saying, the long and short of it is, Dennis,
Yes.
you know, if we are in a place where we will not extend a certain courtesy,
Yeah.
then it is up to us when the shoe is on our foot to not request of anybody that same courtesy that we would not extend.
And I do understand that. I understand that what you're saying. Dan Perry, she is just a cheater. Lady Val said, Dan Perry, she is just a cheater.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I get your point that I know what you're saying is that because I had said earlier that I should have said then, to be clear, it's up to me to ask for forgiveness. I don't know if I will, because I've never really find myself in that that situation. I've never had to ask for forgiveness. I was just talking, and that's my position. I should have clarified it by saying, if it's up to me to ask for forgiveness, not that I will ask for forgiveness, because then I could look at it, and given the person that I am today, I might look and say, you know what, I messed up. I'm done. I know I shouldn't have done it. I'm done. I walk away. That's probably what I would do today. But back then, I don't know. I don't know. But
And might I add?
yes.
Well, I have never, I have walked away from that, right? And I have never taken that stereotype into another relationship.
Yeah, well, you are indeed a strong and experienced man, because let me tell you something about my experience. Not gonna get into the detail of it today, and I will at some point. But I asked the who, the when, the why, the where, the how, and everything. I was looking for everything just to find that satisfaction. And after everything was spit out to me, I still couldn't handle it after the fact. It is a very, 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 very difficult thing for me to deal with. And probably that's why I'm so strong about it, because I have previous experience.
And as another point of notice, Dennis, I am really happy that text came to me rather than to the intended target. Because guess what? I would never have known.
You would never.
Let me tell you something. You say, woman handbag and woman phone.
Right.
They're off territory to me. Right. I'm not search woman phone, I'm not search woman bag. I don't do that. Because whatsoever there is to know, you will know when the time is right. So I don't stretch my neck to find anything out of it.
Right.
Let me tell you, if my partner come in and said to me that we're having girls' night tonight, remember me tell you, girls' night it is.
Right.
Girls' night.
Right.
Because if anything happens at girls' night that should never have happened, when me find out, then guess what? And I am not leaving you because you went to girls' night. I am leaving you because of the deception.
Right.
So, I mean,
remember,
that's just me in a nutshell, Dennis. And as I say, I will respect your opinion.
Yeah, man.
But
I do respect that. Everybody arrive at their opinion for because of where they're coming from and their experience. I am saying I respect yours, and I just don't want nobody think that they have the right to flush out what inside of me to put in what they think. It is my opinion. That's how I feel. And the truth is, I'm not coming from an experience, and I like something that is happening now. It happened way back then. You know what I'm saying? And I am saying, and the truth is, I don't deal with that type. I don't put myself in that circle right now. So, anyways, I don't worry about that. But I was asked a question because I am doing shows, and that's my position. And I realized that my position had offended many, and that's just what I am trying to defend. But my brother, thanks, man. Thank you for stopping by, and it's always a pleasure talking to you.
And keep the meds flowing, brother. Keep the meds flowing.
Come on, man. I meds was saying that.
Definitely.
Yeah, blessings. I'm much love. All right.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Persons sharing their views and opinion, and I think we are entitled to our opinion. One of the common problem is that people don't respect people's opinion. You know, whatever there is, you don't have to. And I say this all the time, especially when I recently I have quite a few conversations with the same Dan Perry, and I said, you know, I think we have an obligation to respect somebody's opinion. You know, we don't have to support it. We don't have to believe it. You know, we don't have to share it, but we have an obligation to respect it. And that's what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you guys for your call tonight. And please, if you could, just like and share. If you're watching, just like and share it for me. Share the show for me. And join me on YouTube at SutherlandTV.com. You know that little fancy hat business there? Sutherland TV. That's where you could see the show again. And I prefer you guys to watch and watch the show on YouTube. And we could still interact. Anyways, thank you for your time. And the Meds out.